ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి, జేఈఈ అయినా, నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Good morning. So next topic is normality. In the last class we have studied molarity. Now let us study normality. How to define normality? So it is defined as number of gram equivalents. Number of gram equivalents present in a liter of solution. A liter of solution. What is the difference? In case of molarity, we consider number of moles in 1 liter. Here we consider number of gram equivalents in 1 liter. That is the difference. So molarity, we consider moles in liter. Here we consider number of gram equivalents in liter. So from the definition, what I can write? Simply number of gram equivalents of solutes number of gram equivalents of solute by volume of solution in liters, or simply number of gram equivalents by volume of solution in liters. Now how do you find number of gram equivalents? Already we have studied weight of solute by gram equivalent weight of solute into 1 by V in liters. Now what is the other possibility? Volume should be present in liters. If it is given in ml, then what we have to do? We have to convert into liters. So if volume is given in ml, then weight of solute in grams by gram equivalent weight of solute into 1000 by V in ml. 1000 by V in ml. So here volume of solution in liters, volume of solution in ml. So just rearranging the equation as we done in the last class. So this is weight of solute by volume of solution in ml, right? Expressing 1000 as 100 into 10 by gram equivalent weight. Now what is this weight of solute by volume of solution in ml into 100? This is nothing but weight by volume percentage. So what I can write? Weight by volume percentage of solute into 10 by gram equivalent weight of solute. No, but weight by volume percentage of solute is equal to what? This is equal to weight by weight percentage of solute into density of solution. So just substituting here. So what we get here is normality equal to, so instead of weight by volume percentage, what I can write now? Weight by weight percentage of solute into density of solution into 10 by gram equivalent weight of solute. Gram equivalent weight of solute, where D is density of solution. We have studied this in last class. D is density of solution. Now in terms of specific gravity, so specific gravity of a solution is nothing but ratio of density of solution to that of density of water. We take density of water equal to 1 gram per ml. Therefore specific gravity is nothing but density of solution. The difference is density of solution has units, specific gravity has no units because it is a relative density. So, substituting here weight by weight percentage into specific gravity of solution into 10 by gram equivalent weight of solute, right. Now, you can also express in terms of strength of solution. So what is strength of solution? Weight of solute by volume of solution in liters. So this we call it as strength of solution in grams per liter. So what I can write now? Strength of solution in grams per liter by gram equivalent weight of solute. Or you can also express in terms of millimoles. Multiply with the 10 power minus 3, what we get? Number of millimoles of milli equivalents of solute by volume of solution in ml. So milli is nothing but 10 power minus 3. Here also if you divide with 1000, you will get volume of solution in liters. So volume of solution nothing but number of millimoles is nothing but number of number of milli equivalents is nothing but number of equivalents into 10 power minus 3. This is volume of solution in liters into 10 power minus 3. They will be cancelled, again you will be getting this equation. So these are the possible ways in which you can write the normality equation. Now let us see how to find number of gram equivalents. Number of gram equivalents of solute. So how can you find number of gram equivalents? Weight of solute by gram equivalent weight. So from this equation, what is weight by gram equivalent weight? N into V in liters. So this is equal to N into V in liters. So this is, if volume is given in ml, N into V in ml by 1000. Or you can directly find number of gram equivalents, number of milligram equivalents. So from this equation what I can write? N into V in ml. So in the last class we have studied the meaning of molar norm. In the same way we will write normal solution. One normal solution. Normal solution means 1 N. Milli normal solution, that is nothing but N by 1000 or 10 power minus 3 N. Centinormal solution. Centinormal solution means N by 100 or 10 power minus 2 N. Next, decinormal solution. So decinormal solution is nothing but N by 10 solution or 0.1 pentinormal solution. So what is the meaning of pentinormal? It is N by 5 or 0.2 normal. Semi or heminormal solution. So this is nothing but N by 2, that is 0.5 normal solution. Or you can come across with pentanormal solution, that is 5N. Decanormal solution, that is 10N. So already we have studied, instead of molar you will get normal, that is the difference. Now coming to the units, normality units. So it is gram equivalence per liter. Gram equivalence per liter. Suppose 1 normal. What is the meaning of 1 normal? 1 gram equivalence of solutes in 1 liter. 2 normal. 2 normal means 2 gram equivalence per liter. That means in 1 liter. 0.5 normal. That means 0.5 gram equivalence in 1 liter. 10 normal. That means 10 gram equivalence in 1 liter. Now, what is the effect of temperature? Does normality changes with the temperature? Yes. Temperature dependent. Why? Now see here, with increase in temperature, volume of solution will change. If volume changes, then normality of solution also changes. So normality of solution depends on temperature, because with increase in temperature, volume of solution will change. Next, calculation of normality. So let us see what are the different possibilities we come across. Right. So first one is dilution rule. Or you can say neutralization or titration rule. Or neutralization rule. Both are same, but in the case of molarity they are different. So already we have studied. So before dilution, some solution will be given to you. Before dilution, some solution is given to you, right? Its initial normality, let us assume N1. Its initial volume, let us assume V1. Now to this, what is the meaning of dilution? We generally add solvent. So I am taking solvent as water. We generally add some solvent. So dilution is nothing but addition of water. Let us assume this is the water you have added. So after dilution, what happens? The question is, does the normality change? Yes, normality will change. Why? Normality equal to number of gram equivalents by volume of solution in liters. When you add water, volume of solution increases, therefore normality will decrease. So upon dilution, the concentration of solution decreases, because concentration is inversely proportional to volume. So let us assume the final normality is N2 and final volume is V2. Of course, V2 is V1 plus V water. So what is the basic principle? When you dilute, when you add solvent, volume increases, but number of moles, number of gram equivalents of solute remains constant. Number of gram equivalents remains constant. So how many gram equivalents are present here? N1 into V1. Number of gram equivalents equal to N into V. So before dilution it is N1 V1. After dilution it is N2 V2. So during dilution, number of gram equivalents of solute do not change. N remains constant. So let us equate N. Let us find N and equate them before dilution and after dilution. Here it is N1 V1. Here it is N2 V2. So that is nothing but dilution rule. So during dilution, we add solvent. Due to addition of solvent, total volume increases. Therefore, normality decreases. But number of gram equivalents of solute remain same. Therefore, dilution rule is N1 V1 equal equals to N2 V2. Number of gram equivalents of solute before dilution is equal to number of gram equivalents of solute after dilution. Right. Sometimes they will ask you to find volume of water to be added. So V water to be added is final volume minus initial volume. Final volume minus initial volume. So coming to titration rule. So what happens here? Some acid will be given, base is given. So normality of acid Na, volume of acid Va, normality of base Nb, volume of base. This information will be given. So at end point or neutralization point, number of gram equivalents of acid reacted, gram equivalence of acid must be equal to nothing but principle of gram equivalency. Number of gram equivalents of acid reacted must be equal to number of gram equivalents of base. How do you find number of gram equivalents if normality and volume is given Na, Va must be equal to Nb, Vb. Or if it is oxidizing agent versus reducing agent. Oxidizing agent versus reducing agent. Then same principle. Number of gram equivalents of oxidizing agent reacted must be equal to number of gram equivalents of reducing agent reacted. So N into V of oxidizing agent equal to N into V of reducing agent. So these are the titration rule or neutralization rule. So coming to the next one, normality of chemically non-reacting mixture. So let us see how to find normality of chemically non-reacting mixture. So example acids, acid 1, acid 2, acid 3, acid 4, or example 2, base 1 plus base 2 plus base 3 plus base 4 like that, or salt 1, salt 2, provided that they should not chemically react. So if they don't react, number of gram equivalents will add on. So here let us take solution 1, say its normality N1, volume V1, another solution normality N2, volume V2, another solution, and so on. Or sometimes you may add water. Final normality let us assume N, final volume let us assume V. Say we are taking acid 1, so there are 10 H plus ions, 20 H plus ions, they do not react because both are acids. 10 plus 20, finally you will get 30. So you have to add number of gram equivalents of H plus ions. Or same 10 OH minus, 20 OH minus, 10 plus 20, 30, because they do not chemically react. Either you have to mix acids or you have to mix bases, but not acid and base. If you mix acid and base, they become chemically reacting mixture. That is different concept. So here normality of resulting mixture is total number of gram equivalents. Total number of gram equivalents of solute by total volume. Always remember volume increases. So how do you find total number of gram equivalents? Number of gram equivalents in first solution, that is N1V1 plus, because they don't react, number of gram equivalents of second solution, that is N2V2, and so on by total volume. So examples, acid 1 plus acid 2 plus acid 3 so on. Or say you are mixing bases, base 1 plus base 2, so on. Now let us see what happens if I mix chemically reacting mixtures. So chemically reacting mixture, right? So example, acid and base. Say we have some acid. So what information will be given? Normality of acid will be given, volume of acid will be given. Next, base. Normality of base, volume of base. Sometimes water may be added, that depends, right? Or may not be added. So finally what happens? Right. So what is the meaning of chemically reacting? Acid, it releases H plus ions. Base, it releases OH minus ions. H plus OH minus combine to form water. H plus and OH minus combine to form undissociated water. Because of this reaction, number of H plus ions will decrease because they are combining with OH minus. Similarly, number of OH minus ions also decreases. So the number of H plus ions as well as OH minus ion decreases because of chemical combination, because they chemically react. Right. So the resulting solution may contain H plus ions, or it may contain OH minus ion, or it may contain only water. No equal number of H plus and OH minus ion. How to find this? Let us assume case 1. Let us assume case 1. Say there are 10 H plus ions. How many H plus ions? 10 equivalents of H plus ions. Right. Say there are 5 equivalents of OH minus ions. Let us assume. Then what happens? H plus plus OH minus, right? What we get? Water. So for 1 mole you require 1 mole, you will get 1 mole. So initially how much I have? 10 H plus ions, 10 equivalents of H plus ions. Base 5. So it is clear that for 1 H plus ion you require 1 OH minus ion. So from this we can see that OH minus ions are present in less quantity. So number of moles reacted, which will react completely? OH minus. How many? 5. So 5 OH minus will combine with 5 H plus. So after the reaction, sometime out of 10 moles, out of 10 H plus ions, 5 are reacted, left over will be 5. Out of 5, 5 are reacted, left over will be 0. So the resulting solution contains 5 H plus ions. The resulting solution still contains 5 H plus ions. How do you get this 10? That is nothing but NaVa, number of gram equivalents, NaVa. How do you get this 5? NbVb. So case 1. If NaVa is greater than NbVb, 10 is greater than 5. Then the resulting solution contains H plus ions. If it contains H plus ions, is it acidic or basic? The answer is acidic. So if NaVa is greater than NbVb, then resulting solution is acidic. Resulting solution is acidic. So what happens? Why I am saying acidic? Because it still contains unreacted H plus ions. Therefore, normality of the final solution is equal to how many H plus ions it contains? Net H plus ions 5. How you got that? 10 minus 5. What is this 10? That is equal to NaVa. So NaVa minus, why minus? Because of they chemically react. 10 minus 5, it contains 5 H plus ions by total volume. By total volume, right? Now case 2. Case 2. Let us take 5 H plus ions, 10 OH minus ions. Now what happens? Now you can see clearly H plus plus OH minus water. So for one H plus you require one OH minus to form one water molecule. Initially we have 5, here I have 10. Now clearly we can say that number of H plus ions are less, so it will react completely. 5 H plus ion require 5 OH minus. After some time what happens? Out of 5, 5 are reacted, left over will be 0. Out of 10, 5 are reacted, left over will be 5. That means the resulting solution contains 5 OH minus. So if NBVB is greater than NaVa, then resulting solution is basic. That means it contains OH minus ions. Then what happens? Then normality of solution. It still contains 5 OH minus ions. How you got this? 10 minus 5, 10 OH minus 5H plus. What is 10 OH minus? NBVB. So NBVB. Why minus? Because they chemically react, number of ions decreases. NaVa by total volume. Case 3. Suppose there are 10 H plus ions and 10 OH minus ions. Then what happens? 10 H plus ions, 10 OH minus ions. So H plus plus OH minus gives water. For 1 H plus you require 1 OH minus. When they combine you will get one water molecule. So initially how much we have? 10, 10. How many will be reacted? Both. 10 H plus will combine with 10 OH minus ions. So after this reaction, out of 10, 10 are reacted, left over will be 0. Number of ions reacted, out of 10, 10 are reacted, left over will be 0, you will get 10 water. That means the resulting solution do not contain any H plus or OH minus, net H plus or OH minus. It contains only undissociated water. So water, it is a neutral solution. So here if if here 10 H plus ions equal to 10 OH minus ion, 10 is nothing but here NaVa equal to NBVB, then resulting solution is neutral. Therefore normality equal to, okay, it is water. So water normality you will get. We will see how to find the molarity of water. So this is how you have to find the normality of chemically reacting mixture. So let us study the relation between molarity and normality. Right. So I am taking a solution whose volume is V liters and dissolving W grams of solute. So W grams of solute are dissolved in V liter solution. Can I find its molarity? Yes. W grams of solute, molarity equal to weight of solute into gram molecular weight by gram equivalent weight. Right. Now, what is gram equivalent weight equal to? So, equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight of the compound by valency. So, substituting this here, molecular weight by equivalent equal to valency. So, what I will get? Normality equal to molarity into valency or n factor. Next, let us do some problems. Calculate the normality of 5.88 percentage weight by volume sulfuric acid H2SO4. So, weight by volume percentage is given. So, what is the formula? Normality equal to weight by volume percentage of solute into 10 by gram equivalent weight. Now, what is gram equivalent weight equal to? Gram molecular weight of solute by, for H2SO4, gram molecular weight of H2SO4 by basicity of acid. Basicity of acid. So, molecular weight of H2SO4 is 92, basicity of H2SO4 is 2. Already we have studied this. So, substituting here, what we get is normality equal to 5.88 percentage into 10 by 98 by 2. Right. So, if you simplify, you will get 1.2 normal. So, let us see the next one. Find the normalities of some compounds are given, right. So, here molarity is given, HCl is given. HCl is acid, first point, HCl is acid. What kind of acid? Monobasic acid. Why I am saying that? Because there is one replaceable H plus ion. Therefore, its basicity is 1. So, normality equal to molarity into valency. What is the valency of HCl? Basicity of acid. What is the basicity of HCl? 1. So, this is 0.1 into 1, that is 0.1 normal. So, normality of this acid is 0.1 normal because basicity of acid is 1. Coming to this, molarity is given. Dibasic acid, H2SO4 is dibasic acid because the molecule contains 2 replaceable H plus ions. Therefore, the valency of H2SO4 is 2. Right. So, normality equal to molarity into basicity of acid, that is 2, that is 1 normal. Coming to this is tribasic acid H3PO4, tribasic acid, that means it contains 3 replaceable H plus ions. So, normality equal to molarity, that is 0.2 into 3. Therefore, you will get 0.6 normal. So, 0.2 molar H3PO4 is equal to 0.6 normal H3PO4. Right, next, this is a base. You can see there are two replaceable OH minus ions. Therefore, acidity of this base is 2. Acidity of the base is 2. That means valency is 2. So, normality equal to molarity, that is 0.8 into acidity of base, that is 2. This is 1.6 normal. So, its normality is 1.6 normal. Coming to the next one, AlCl3. This is a salt. Right. So, either you have to take total positive charge or total negative charge. How AlCl3 dissociates? Al plus 3, 3Cl minus. So, what is the total positive charge? 1 into plus 3, 3. Or total negative charge 3 into minus, minus 3, but we have to take magnitude. So, total positive charge or total negative charge, that is 3. So, normality equal to molarity, that is 0.3 into its valency equal to, what is the valency? Magnitude of the charge on cationic part or anionic part, that is 3. So, we will get 0.9 normal. Next, 0.1 molar KMnO4 in H plus. In H plus means acidic medium. So, in acidic medium, KMnO4 or MnO4 minus changes to what? Mn plus 2. So, what is the change in oxidation state? Here it is plus 7. So, plus 7 to plus 2. That means 5 units change. So, what is the valency? 5. It gains 1 mole of KMnO4 in acidic medium gains 5 moles of electrons. So, what is the valency? 5. So, normality equal to molarity into 5. This is 0.5 normal. Aluminium sulfate, it is salt. It decomposes 2Al plus 3, 3SO4 minus 2. Total positive charge 6 or total negative charge 6. Therefore, normality equal to 0.4 into valency. Valency is nothing but total positive charge on cationic part or total negative charge on anionic part. That is nothing but 6. Acetic acid. Acetic acid is monobasic acid. It releases one H plus ion. So, only one H plus ion. Therefore, normality equal to molarity into 1, that is 2 normal. So, using this relation, normality equal to molarity into valency, we have calculated this.